month Amtrak month in the city of Fort Worth.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
All righty?
And I'm glad that I had an opportunity to be the one to ride the first Amtrak train into Fort Worth, where I started my career with the Old Brotherhood of Railroad Trainmen, now the UTU. And also, I hope that soon we will see better trains running into Fort Worth and other parts of the country, and I think it's the only thing that this country needs is a choice between transportation and a transportation policy as other countries have.
This train leaving track number 6, Santa Fe Railway Station in Fort Worth, used to be known as the Texas Chief to the Santa Fe Railway. To many, it will remain as the Santa Fe Chief, but now it's actually called Amtrak Train number 16. Hopefully, Amtrak will be the solution that will save the passenger train service in the United States. Jim Green, Channel 8 News on the Move, Fort Worth.
next from Dallas, Texas, with a record 201, just one stroke off of the all-time LPGA record. A real favorite of ours around Dallas. I think we could say in a lot of ways that Sandra Haynie brought it home.
We're delighted to announce today the signing of Collis Jones of Notre Dame, who was a first-round draft choice of the Milwaukee Bucks and a high draft choice of our own. And we're very pleased to have Collis here in Dallas today, along with his parents.
Collis, what are your feelings about playing for the Chaparrals?
Well, I'm very happy to be here. I think it's a great opportunity for me. It was a hard decision, and I think I made the best choice, and I'd like to thank Mr. Briner and Mr. Folsom for being so sincere and honest.
Amtrak, northbound Santa Fe, take the chief, now arriving. Truck number 6.
This is a continuation of a long-standing fight, or I think harassment, by the package store industry. These are the independent freestanding liquor store operators. They succeeded several years ago in requiring a legislation that required us to petition off our liquor departments, which we did. In 1969, the present legislation, which is causing us a problem, was passed. That was passed on the last day of the session on a floor amendment that received very little publicity, and that is the, if you'll notice Senator Swartz's comment the other day, it was passed, he thinks, with subterfuge and without full knowledge of the Senate or the House. This legislation was not enforced at that time because the Attorney General ruled that it did not mean we had to have separate entities or separate buildings. Meanwhile, during this 2-year period, the package store industry has quietly litigated a test case through the courts all the way to the Texas Supreme Court, which rules that we not only have to have separate entities now, but probably that we have to have separate buildings, which means that we will have to close our liquor departments.
don't know. Perhaps I've got a little momentum going from last week, and I'm just real fired up to play at home for a change, and would like to play well. And I think the golf course is playing a little bit differently this year because the greens are really holding well, and they're just putting great. So I think that a little change in the course and a little change in me has a lot to do with it.
Well, look, you had an eagle today. What hole was it, and how did it make you feel?
Well, it made me feel great because it was just one more good moment on top of another for me. I just got things rolling, and I had the eagle at 12, and I had putted for 2 eagles on the other 2 par 5s, short ones not over about 12 feet each, and it just lipped them out, and I finally got one in. So I enjoyed it.
Do you feel that today's was one of your best rounds ever played?
Oh, absolutely. If I could have raced 14 and 15, I would say that undoubtedly it was probably the best round of golf I've ever played. But even with those 2 holes, I have no complaints.
You came here with a win at the Raleigh Open. You think that's helped you so far?
Well, I think so. Of course, a win just gives you nothing but confidence in your game, and I feel like I've got everything going, and I just hope it stays for one more day.
Straight up. Here it comes. Right.
I've 3-putted 17 and 18 I bogeyed. Although I hit a dumb shot off the tee, I probably should have hit a 3-wood off the tee, and I tried to hit a driver. And when you try and make birdie, it seems like you always are going to make a bogey. So I hit the tree and knocked it down, chipped out in the fairway, and missed the putt, wedge up and missed the putt.
Well, you don't look like the kind to get too excited about it, though. You can come back tomorrow. You're 1 stroke behind the 2 leaders.
Well, yeah, but it sure would be great to be leading. Although I guess I come from behind a lot better than I do when I'm leading a tournament, as I proved it at the National Open this year on TV.
When I started out this afternoon, it was pretty dry, so I didn't notice any change. The greens, I think the last 4 or 5 greens got a little bit firmer, and so they were a little bit faster than when we started out. But other than that, I think the course played super.
What was clicking for you best today, DeDe?
Been help from the good Lord.
What birdies did you have?
Let's see, I birdied on the backside 11, and I eagled 12, and so I was 3 under there. And then on the front side, I can't remember exactly which ones. I birdied the 2nd hole. And then the 6th hole, I believe it was.
Chakoさんは今日はあなたのゴルフはどうでしたか？
そうです。最初は33で2アンダーですか？最初の9ホール。で、後の9ホール、途中まで2アンダーです。4アンダーで行ったんですけどね。13、14、15、16ぐらいかしら。なんかボギー3ホール続いちゃって。
バーディーさんはいくつを取りましたか
？4つです。
ボギーはいくつを取りましたか？3つです。そうですか。はい。どうもありがとうございました。いいえ。さよなら。I just found out from Chako that she shot a pretty good round of golf today, as they say it in Japanese. She's 70, 1 under par. Haynes-san wa